U.S. political concession speeches. In the U.S., when it becomes clear that a candidate has lost an election, they often deliver a public statement conceding or accepting defeat. This is usually directed to supporters, the media, and sometimes even the victorious candidate. While these speeches don't change the outcome, they have important implications, helping to bring closure to the election. At their core, concession speeches reinforce the principles of democracy and encourage unity over division. They affirm the legitimacy of the election results, easing tensions and fostering a smooth transition of power. Concessions demonstrate a candidate's respect for the democratic process and a commitment to uphold it, no matter the outcome. The tradition of conceding defeat goes back more than a century, though early concessions weren't always public. In fact, the very first concession speech on record was delivered by William Jennings Bryan in 1896 after he lost the presidential race to William McKinley. Bryan sent a personal telegram to McKinley, acknowledging his victory. This gesture set a precedent for acknowledging an opponent's win, a gesture of respect and acceptance. As the media evolved, so did concessions. Franklin D. Roosevelt and Harry Truman received phone calls from defeated opponents, signaling their willingness to accept the results. By the mid-20th century, the television age transformed the concession speech into a public address. Candidates would now speak directly to the public, making concession speeches more impactful and accessible. Certain concession speeches stand out as defining moments in American history. Gore's speech in 2000, after a contentious election that was ultimately decided by the Supreme Court, Gore's concession emphasized the importance of respecting judicial authority and upholding national unity.
I say to President-elect Bush that what remains of partisan rancor must now be put aside. And may God bless his stewardship of this country.
Gore's speech was memorable for its composure and its call for unity, despite the bitterness of the recount battle. His words demonstrated a commitment to stability over partisanship, even after a fiercely contested election. John McCain's 2008 concession is another remarkable example. McCain, a Republican, gracefully acknowledged Barack Obama's historic victory as the first African American president. He emphasized the need for Americans to support their new leader, transcending political divides.
Senator Obama has achieved a great thing for himself and for his country. I urge all Americans who supported me to join me in not just congratulating him, but offering our next president our goodwill and earnest effort to find ways to come together.
McCain's speech was celebrated for its grace and recognition of a historic moment, reflecting a respect for the office and the nation as a whole. While each concession speech is unique, most follow a similar structure and tone. First, there's the acknowledgement of defeat. Candidates often begin by admitting they've lost, sometimes noting that they have spoken to or congratulated the victor directly. This acknowledgement is crucial. It reinforces that the election outcome is legitimate. Candidates thank their supporters, families, and campaign teams. This not only expresses gratitude but also acknowledges the collective effort and passion that went into the campaign. It's a reminder that political involvement is meaningful, win or lose with unity being a common element. Candidates urge their supporters to accept the results, move forward, and work with the elected administration. This promotes healing after a divisive campaign and reaffirms a commitment to the country's welfare. Concession speeches are not just symbolic, they play a real role in maintaining a peaceful transfer of power, a hallmark of American democracy. By conceding, candidates help prevent unrest among their supporters and discourage conspiracy theories about the election's legitimacy. This peaceful transfer has been an American cornerstone, distinguishing the U.S. from nations where contested elections often lead to violence or instability. Even in cases where a candidate has reservations about the fairness of the process, most still choose to concede for the greater good. In recent years, however, there have been exceptions to this tradition, leading to increased polarization and skepticism about the integrity of elections. Donald Trump's refusal to concede in 2020, along with his Stop the Steal rhetoric and its violent attack on the Capitol, is an example of the importance of concession to help the country move past the election, especially when highly contentious, to the task of governing. Conceding gracefully also speaks to character. When candidates accept defeat humbly, they demonstrate a commitment to public service over personal ambition. This grace in defeat can solidify a candidate's legacy, often earning them respect across the political spectrum. Hillary Clinton's 2016 concession speech encouraged young supporters to keep fighting for their beliefs, despite her loss. This was especially meaningful for many first-time voters.
Please never stop believing that fighting for what's right is worth it.
Clinton's message of resilience was a reminder that political involvement and dedication to change don't end with a single election. While concessions are voluntary, they play a stabilizing role. Without them, divisions can widen, and the public's trust in electoral processes may weaken. Concession speeches are a powerful element of American democracy. They signify not only the end of a campaign but the continuation of democratic values and peaceful governance. While conceding is never easy, it serves as a testament to the strength of the U.S. political system, a reminder that democracy, at its core, is about people, principles, and progress over individual victories. If you liked this video, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.